Hello BookTube, welcome to part 2 of my Christmas book haul. These are books that I was given that didn't really fit into a particular category. The first one is Test Your Cat, which is about testing your cat's smartness. I haven't gotten around to reading the whole of this yet, but I flicked through it a little bit and the couple of bits I've read seem to suggest that Cleo, our cat, is pretty smart. I don't know what other conclusion I would have drawn from this. So anyway, it's fun and it's got really cute little illustrations. So yeah, good work. The next one is ironically from my mum because it is called Things I Wish My Mother Had Told Me by Lucia van der Post. This is set out as a sort of style guide, sort of woman's companion for life. I believe this is going to be in a similar vein to the Goddess Guide and to How to Walk in High Heels. So I'm looking forward to having that as a nice, comforting sort of reference book because me and my mum weren't necessarily ever big on being fashionable or trendy or into health and beauty type stuff. Um, so it's kind of nice to have a little flavour of that from other people who are experts on the scene because, it's nice to be a bit fabulous sometimes. This next book was on my Amazon wishlist thanks to BookTube. This is called It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini, or Vicini. The best way I can think to describe this book is just with the sentence on the back at the end. So it says, it's a moving tale about the sometimes unexpected road to happiness. And it seems to include an autobiographical-ish account of a period spent in a mental health institution. This really appealed to me because everybody feels vulnerable every now and then. I think as part of human nature, it's a side of humans that isn't discussed as much as it could or should be. And often when people are vulnerable or going through low times and are their most sort of blown open and exposed, they are their most true and valid and profound. And I think we should be sharing stories from those times of our lives a lot more. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. I think it will be one of the reads this year that feels more important to me personally. I'm kind of going through these in colour order now because I have absolutely no other way to categorise them. This one is from a very attentive mummy-in-law who obviously listens to my partner a lot. Last year I read The Bat, which was my first ever Jo Nesbø Harry Hole thriller, and I really enjoyed it despite it being a bit slow at the beginning. I hear the later stories are more engaging and really great, so I'm really looking forward to getting to more of these. These are a really nice box set that she got me of some of the Harry Hole thrillers. So I've got The Redeemer, The Snowman and The Leopard. I hear The Snowman is particularly good and it looks really, really nice. I don't actually have any other book box sets, or I didn't before I bought myself one for Christmas. And I think the Scandinavian sense of humour is just incredible and where it's at. I watched Headhunters, the film, when it came out and it blew my mind. I can't get over how good it is. The next book was given in duplicate as a gift to one of my friends for Christmas, so they gave me the spare copy. It's called The Places in Between by Rory Stewart. He's a Conservative MP, and I quote, I was told, don't hold that against him. I don't really follow politics or the news most of the time because I find it depressingly stupid or horrible. But this appeals to me. It's been on my radar for a little while as something really worth reading because it's a first-hand account of this guy's walk through Afghanistan. So I'm really looking forward to that because I haven't read anything like it before. This is the last of my bluish books. This is Fairy Tales by Carol Ann Duffy. I would not have bought this if it weren't for BookTube because before BookTube I didn't realise it was okay to like brand new shiny pretty things because I've been brought up on cheap second-hand things thinking, that's the only way to live a sort of good and moral life is to not be consumerist, and that's fine. So I do have lots of old charity shop things as well. But I feel a little bit enabled and a bit more accepting of that side of myself now. I'm allowed to like aesthetically pleasing things. Anyway, this is one of the more beautiful things that I got for Christmas. It's Carol Ann Duffy's own retellings of some fairy tales, and as you can tell, the cover is pretty shimmery, shiny. It's this gorgeous deep blue with silver leaves. Now on to reddish books, and this is a gift from my partner who knows me incredibly well. It's Dracula by Bram Stoker. I'm sure you all know the story. It's the most famous vampire story ever told. It's amazing. It's one of my favourite books of all time. It's the first story I ever read as an ebook on my first Android touchscreen phone with an e-reader. It was free, and I loved it so much that I really wanted a special copy to keep. It's something I will definitely reread. I didn't realise how long it was. As you can see, it's got this really nice blood red cover with black lettering and sort of silvery edging. It's hardback. The spine looks really old-fashioned and lovely. The back cover looks really nice as well. It's kind of indented, and the pages have black lining. And the end paper is really nice as well. Now a gift from my friend of my partner, who also knows me very well and listens very well. I mentioned that I would really like to get into this series, which is Anno Dracula, and that is by Kim Newman. This is obviously a spin-off of the Dracula universe, which I just love everything about. It's one of those worlds that I'm not precious about. I really want extensions of time in that space. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. It's meant to be a really exciting thriller, and I believe there's a series of these set throughout different time periods, so I'm really looking forward to that. And now this is the last book that I was given for Christmas. This is a copy of The Jolly Christmas Postman by Janet and Alan Alberg. The Jolly Postman was one of my favourite childhood books, obviously, because it was everybody's. It has bits in that you can play with. It's got jigsaws. It's got letters from characters to other characters, which, I mean, you know, it's got envelopes in the pages, and then it's got Christmas cards that kind of do things. And I don't know if you can even see that there. It's got layers and layers and layers. Look at that. It's even got tear out thank you cards in the back. It's really thoughtful and really lovely. And it's got really nice red end paper and red cover. Thank you for watching. I will soon do a part 3 of my Christmas book haul, which will be books that I bought myself. Bye.